really appreciated the crowd to start. I'll say this, our guys were excited to get back home and to run out, and that student section with their energy, I thought our guys got a bunch out of that, and we did start fast and played a pretty solid first half. The balance offensively was showing up, and then even the one score in the first half, we had opportunities to eliminate that. And so I thought I was pleased with the start, and I think our crowd helped us with that. Second half, kind of back and forth. There's some things to clean up. Credits to Hawaii. I think that quarterback's elusive, can make some throws. They got some athletes can do some things. But we did just answer each time and got a couple takeaways that were huge. And never going to feel bad about winning, but there's always plenty to clean up.
Why did you ultimately land on Chance to start this game?
It was a little bit going into the practice week. We felt the sideline on game one on how it went, first half, second half when he was in. So headed into the week of work, we knew that there was a little bit of spark or confidence from the group when Chance was in there, and it played out that way Tuesday, Wednesday. I did think Sam practiced really well, but Chance did just as well, and felt like in our gut that momentum that we pseudo created in the first one felt like keeping it with Chance.
He hit his first 13 passes. Were they just plays that he naturally fits him, or did you just think he was really sharp early on?
I did think he was sharp. I do think that communication from that offensive staff, Brian Lindgren, the quarterback, we're going with early stuff that he's really comfortable with, and it showed up. I mean, he did. He came out really effective, even moving his feet and running with the ball. Like, he played a really good game.
Go ahead. How do you go into this week then, as far as the quarterback situation in practice?
Yeah, we'll digest this film. I'll chat with the offensive staff and whatnot, but it'll be tough to replace Chance after being as effective as he was.
You mentioned that they got it going a little bit in the second half. How concerned were you, with the way they started to move the ball on your defense?
It's always concerning when they're moving the ball. We got to be able to affect the passer, but also contain the passer. This guy breaks contain and gets outside. Again, going in, we knew these guys were explosive. They got some good athletes, and the quarterback can be accurate and move. And so, look, there's always things to clean up after wins and losses, and that'll be something that we'll look on, especially on the third down end. How effective they were on third downs is not good enough.
The running game, how much of an emphasis was that during practice this week, and did you feel like you kind of fixed some things tonight?
Well, it was an emphasis. We needed to run the ball better than we did week one. We thought there were going to be some opportunities against these guys because they are aggressive, can wreak some havoc in the backfield, but also put themselves at risk a little bit in pressure situations. I thought we picked up some things pretty well. BJ, in particular, had some big-time carries with some great vision, and that's what you're looking for. That type of balance, if we can get that going week in and week out, we'll be pretty good.
You kind of talked about how deep the receiving room is, and Anthony Gould isn't somebody we've really talked a lot about in camp, but tonight, I mean, just another example of how deep you are.
Yep, and the way the guy's been practicing, Tyjon had a great camp, and he was going to roll, and then, he's not playing in this game, so Anthony gets all the reps this week, totally prepares, and made some huge plays for us. So he really kick-started us on an early third down, a go route down the sideline. He catches it, and I think he was close to 100 yards in the first half. It was awesome to see him get the touchdown in the second half. The guy's a good player, but we did. We feel like we got depth there. We rotated a lot of wideouts today, and that'll continue.
Defensively, would you say it's kind of mixed tonight, a little bit better than we were?
Some good, some bad. Yeah, I mean, we took the ball away a couple of times. That's good. I mean, we needed to do that more than we did in week one. Again, credit to those guys, that scheme. They got some athletes and all that. We got to affect the passer a little bit more. We got to catch the ball in the secondary. We had multiple opportunities to take more away. And so there's some good. First half was really good. But we're definitely looking to get better in all three phases. I mean, the last kickoff, we kicked the ball off. The guy returns it back close to the midfield. We got to get that better too.
You briefly mentioned BJ. Just what kind of performance was that? And having him have a career day?
Yeah, he was solid. I mean, Again, up front, mixing wide zone, inside zone plays, got him outside a couple of times. He was good in protection. A couple of those throws Chance made. BJ's picking up pressure. So all around, without watching the tape, I thought he really played well.
Both Luke and Tegan only got targeted a few times, seemed to be later in the game. Same thing against Purdue. Is that game plan, is that scheme?
It was more this week game plan for sure. It talked about, again, the matchup outside. We felt like we had some stuff there. We did discuss it at halftime, and then you saw it a little bit early in the second half. Tegan all of a sudden got a couple of touches. Actually, one of those balls could have gone to Luke. But when you got multiple weapons, we're not going to just force it to one guy when we feel like we got variety to get it to.
And then BJ said he thought this was the best the offensive line has played in a long time. With the offensive line even blocking with Tegan and Luke being thrown in there, just how important is that for your offensive production going forward?
Well, yeah, it starts up front, and it's critically important. And those guys did play solid against a scheme that's not always easy to recognize in the amount of pressure they give. Still want to get down on this whole line. We got a couple of penalties. We got a touchdown coming back because of a couple of penalties. So there's always something to get better at.
Now, I know you always say you want to focus on one week at a time, you want to go 1-0 every week. But what does this do for you guys going into week 30?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you're trying to win a game, and we needed to get a win. And back at home in front of our crowd for our guys, a win is critically important. That's what you're trying to do week in and week out. And so I think that'll help our morale and motivation this week. We know that we're going to have to go back to work and prepare and get another chance to do it Saturday.
You mentioned you needed to get a win, and that was critical, but you won this one big. Was it important to really do that, to blow somebody up?
I think, I don't know, we needed to win. There's definitely, I think, a confidence boost when you can get up by a couple of scores. But we recognize each game's different. Our schedule's not getting any easier as we head into the conference play. And what I think we learned from the conference is each week you got to play well to win, and we'll have our opportunity to do that.
I mean, that's just part of being patient. I knew coming in I'd have to put the work in. And Fence is a great coach. We didn't have some guys. We still have some guys in the room. So just being patient, waiting my turn, and just making sure I grasp the opportunity when I have the chance. And I think that's all it is.
When did you find out you were starting?
This week when T-Wayne Tyjon got hurt.
How did you feel that Chance Nolan played today?
I mean, Sam and Chance, both are great quarterbacks back there. Just we got to go out there and execute at the end of the day. All of us together. That's really what it takes. It doesn't matter who's back there. Doesn't matter who's in the game. We all got to go execute and go get a win. So
I get that, but what did you think about his performance today?
I think he played great. Great quarterback, great guy. Had a great day. So.
Anthony, can you talk a little bit about your development? You look a little bit bigger and stronger than those days at West Salem, and your hair's a little longer.
Yeah, definitely. I've been in the weight room with Coach Mack. Just a couple of years working out, training. I told you, Fence is a great coach, so being able to develop as a wide receiver and just as an overall football player, I think that's something I've really matured into being. So yeah.
Anthony, did you know you were going to be a big part of the game plan early on? Because I think you had 4 or 5 catches in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you never really know. I just go out there and just do my job, go out there, run the route I'm supposed to run, try and get open. So, no, I didn't really know, but just like I said, just got to grasp the opportunity when it's thrown my way.
You feel like you kind of got that monkey off your shoulders getting that first career touchdown tonight?
Oh, yeah, I've been waiting for that one. Very, very happy.
Anthony, I guess, what do you just feel like the biggest difference was from last week to this week for the team? Obviously, the result was different, but what do you think you guys did well enough to get that win?
I think the biggest thing was just executing. If we get in the red zone, we score. Third down, we're still on the field. Just executing our plays and doing what we know we can do. That's about it. I don't think we executed enough last week, but this week I think we did it right.
And coming home to get the win in front of a crowd, first time in a couple of years you guys have fans. How does that feel?
It feels great seeing everybody back in Reeser. Feels amazing. I'm just excited everyone's back in the stadium.
Well, the coaches told me on Thursday at a meeting, so they let me know a little later in the week. But I was preparing. I prepared the first week like I was the starter, and I prepared this week the same way. So, in our position, you got to prepare like you're going to go in no matter what, because you never know what's going to happen. It's a long football game. So, but yeah. I felt like I was out there. I was seeing what the defense was running, and I was able to find my open receivers. I think our O-line did a great job just giving me time to throw the ball all night. Our wideouts did a great job at running their routes and getting open, making plays, making tough catches all night. So I think offensively it was just good as a whole. I think it helped me out a lot because a lot of guys were making good plays for me. So, sure.
We saw a breakout game from Anthony Gould tonight. Did you see this coming, and can you just talk a little bit about his development?
Oh, yeah, no, Ant's a great player. All camp, he made plays for us on the offensive side of the ball. We knew what he was capable of. We know he has a lot of speed, a lot of great route running ability. So, we kind of knew that he was going to have a good game with Tyjon being out, and that's our mentality, next man up in our locker room, and that's what he did tonight. He played a hell of a game.
What was the emphasis like this week on getting the running game going?
Well, we knew that they were going to probably give us a lot of man coverage. That's what we kind of envisioned coming in. And so we were kind of, we had a balanced attack in our mindset in the room. We wanted to kind of get the run settled in, but we wanted to, try to gash them with the pass a little bit too, just some one-on-one matchup. So I think, our coaches did a great job getting the game plan together for us, and I think we went out there and executed.
You handed the ball off to BJ 18 times tonight, and he, converted with a huge night. What was it like seeing him have arguably, easily the best game of his career? Yeah,
no, that was great to see BJ. The holes opened up for BJ, and he hit them. He was running very hard, very physical. It was great to see him, get downhill and bust those. That first one, he looked real fast running down that sideline. So it was good to see him get loose and get out. And I'm just excited to see what the future holds for him.
Chance, there was a moment in the fourth quarter where it looks like Hawaii could have came back and taken the lead. What were you telling to your guys in the huddle just to stay composed and obviously win this game?
Oh, yeah, I was just telling them we got to go do our job. At the end of the day, you can't really control what on the offensive side, you can't control what's going on the defense, so you got to do your job every single time you step on the field. So that's kind of what I was just trying to reiterate to our guys throughout the game, and just that we need to just get another one, go get another one the whole night, just kind of put them away. Because, yeah, they were fighting hard. They were fighting hard.
I believe you finished with 302 yards. When's the last time you threw for over 300 yards in a game?
Oh, it's probably been a year. I think my last junior college game when we played Canyon, so I think it's probably been over a year and a half, so it feels good. It feels real good.
Feeling healthy, strong?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I feel real healthy, yes ma'am.
After watching film, we were seeing that they missed a lot of tackles, so the coach was just telling us to be physical and just run forward and get vertical a lot. So that's what was our emphasis this week.
That's a 64-yard run you had for a touchdown. You remember last time you ran that long for had a run like that?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, man.
Speed or that kind of speed?
Oh yeah, I knew I had the speed. I just praised my O-line and my wide receivers for staying on their blocks. So yeah.
There when they were closing the gap late?
Nah, we just had to keep pushing because college football is a long game. So we knew in football there's going to be times where the offense and defense are going to, have some downtime. So we just had to keep pushing.
And how physical was it out there?
It was very physical. We knew coming in it was going to be a physical game because Hawaii plays very physical. So we knew it was going to be a physical game. We just had to keep pushing.
BJ, it seemed like the offensive line this week kind of took a step up in execution and giving you those holes to run through. How much easier is it for you when you have the confidence in them just to run like the wind?
The O-line, they did the best job they ever did ever. That was the perfect time to do that. It was a good game right here. It was the first home game, and I feel like the O-line and the wide receivers came to play today, and I thank them a lot.
And winning today, getting the win at home in front of fans, just how impactful is this going forward for you guys?
Today, getting that win, it felt very good because last year we didn't have no fans. So this year, it felt real good to get the game rolling and get our first win this week.
3 touchdowns for you tonight. You didn't get tired of finding the end zone, did you?
No, sir, I didn't. With the O-line blocking like that, all the running backs could have got us a touchdown today, man.